There's too many people in this group.
Hey, so who's trying to get into my ornithopter? You need to have a. I need
So
to give you
sad.
permission. What was that?
So sad.
Oh, so sad. Okay. Muttley.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. You should be able to get in now. Did you? Where did you get? Are you over there still? Oh yeah.
Oh, we got some
There we go.
subs right off the bat, huh?
There's only 18 chairs in here.
I've been waiting for someone.
Yo,
to
Twitch,
That's
Right.
Luffy.
It's always
My
good to show up
outfit,
early.
Luffy
Oh, you
and
should've let me know. I would've gone live on
Forzies,
Twitch
thank you
just
for
so
the
you could do
subs
that.
on Twitch.
So I just got like 6 hours of.
I don't know if you guys are watching and you sub
overtime,
now or
so
you
I've got
subbed
the money
while
splurged.
before the live stream, but if you're watching,
So this
It's
is
full
really
fun.
this
Luff
is really
and
jerky
Luffy and
isn't it,
Fours,
on
thank you for the
passenger side?
sub on Twitch. Appreciate that.
There's other games that are a lot more smoother as far as passenger riding, unless they just need to do a log or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never ridden as a passenger.
It's like it's jerk, 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 jerk. You know, like spike lags. What's your? I don't know.
Rubber banding, yeah, it's been
Yeah.
having a rubber banding problem the last hour or two. It'll fix
Mine's
itself
been-
eventually, and it'll go back and forth.
Was
Are you
it
talking
had
about
to
the
do with
order
players?
Because mine's been pretty.
Yeah, it's
smooth
just players
since I was
logging on
on.
and off and stuff happening in the world. Especially if there's like a large density of players, the rubber banding goes up a little bit.
Alright, y'all, so the guild-based location and the cosmetic is above. I just tagged Dustveil guild. If you are confused at all.
I went into a thing.
Whose horse is that?
It looks like you're walking through the roof on your butt.
Okay, I don't know why Twitch is not giving me the outfit, but whatever.
Yeah, my frame rate's dropped considerably.
Yeah, it's pretty jerky worky here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at
Usually
89
upper-
frames, or 80, between that and 92.
I'm at 40 frames right now. I'm usually up around 80.
What
You know,
graphics
you
card you
want
got?
I'm
DLSS
around, I
turned
think I'm
on?
running like 150, 160.
4070s, Super, TI Super, I mean. Something like that.
Nice.
If you go into your video settings, you can turn with a 40 series. I know for sure you can turn on.
Yo,
frame
Kenneth, what's up, brother?
Bump your frames up a good bit.
Just a little short stream for a meeting that we're doing right now.
Upscaling to like quality or something instead of native resolution, and you also get a bump in your frame rates as well.
Yeah. I don't. When there's like a PvP aspect of a game, I don't like to do that because I don't want to shoot like a fake frame and the person
Well,
not really be there.
Who all are we waiting on?
Is anybody
good
not
question.
here? Does anybody need a ride?
I only see 3 people there.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Everybody's here?
I'm
I
here.
don't think that's everybody.
I'm here.
Yeah,
It's
there's
here.
11 people
I am
right
at
now.
work and watching.
Oh yeah, Dan's on his phone.
You know what I'd really like? I'd really like a quarter piece to bridge the gap between two right angle
I
walls.
think I'm gonna stand over here on this side so I can see everybody better.
There's a curving corner wall.
No, I mean like the not quite connected juncture that forms.
Oh.
Like you know, like how there's that inverted like corner, like for like if you got like a triangle space
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
that you need. I'm talking like that, but for like filling in like the outside.
Or like trim.
I'm trying. Well, like So if you got two window walls at a right angle to each other, making a corner, the thing to fill in that corner on the outside to actually make it look rounded, and not just like
Yeah.
you put two walls at 90-degree angles.
Yeah,
Like
true.
that indent area.
So I can only hope stuff like that is just planned and coming down the line.
All
So
right.
better
Is
models will do
everyone
that.
here? That could be here, can
We
be
got
here.
11 people here.
Why
so far.
don't we take roll?
Roll call. Anybody need to pick up that is not here? Are we waiting on anybody? Everybody here? All
I'm
right.
nowhere near y'all, so
Let's
Yeah,
jump
yeah, it doesn't
into
seem
it.
like there's enough.
Yeah, it seems
Where
like there's
y'all
more
off
in
to?
the VC
Desert?
than in the temple.
No, we're in the.
I see someone climbing outside. Get in here!
guys.
Don't you ask me about my peeping Tom activities. You just let me do me.
Hey, y'all, real quick, to give DJ respect, let's take off our helmets so we can look him
I
in the eye.
have no other clothes, but I will
Yeah, that's
take off my radiation suit.
I was
Just
waiting
the
for that.
helmet. Just the helmet.
easy.
Well, the radiation.
Only friendly
is one
streams.
piece.
Hey, Cat, you
It's
mind
one
standing
big
up here with
thing.
me, buddy? Am I right? I'm
Mhm.
over here. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and begin the meeting, the guild meeting for today. I'd like to welcome everybody. This is our first meeting. Why don't you stand right there, and I'll stand on this side. It's good to see everybody. Our guild is called Dustveil, and I want to welcome everybody. I know it's been a flurry of events since getting early release into the game, and then it's crazy to think the game has only been out technically 4 days. We're here on the 14th. Personally, I'm having a blast with the game. This is one of my favorites. It's just up there. I think they did a phenomenal job, and I know we're just scratching the surface. So I'm excited about Dustveil and all the guild stuff that's going to happen. Look, we're very close to filling it up. We're about 29 to 32, or maybe even 30 of 32 for the guild. We'll talk about a little bit what happens if we run out of space. But first of all, I want to welcome everybody to Dustveil Guild, and I'm excited about what's coming up with World PvP with the Landsgrad, and we got some other ideas that we'd like to do. A couple of things, though, just some real basic things that probably goes without saying, but let's just go ahead and say it anyway. We're real chill. We're not going to be doing the drama thing. Me and Coyote to my left, we've led some gaming communities, and we've dealt with drama. We've led some pretty large ones, and so and that's one of the things that we just want to stay away from is this drama. Antagonizing one another, and I haven't seen that at all. Everyone's been super chill, super cool, but we're just kind of like opening the floodgates. We're not really whitelisting the guild. We're just kind of opening the floodgates, so we're just really inviting anyone to come be a part of it. But if you're going to bring drama, we're just going to kindly ask you, maybe another guild is best for you. But from what I've seen so far, everybody's been real positive and helpful, and that's a couple key things about Dustveil. Because I know some of you just kind of jumped in the guild. There's some key characteristics for the guild that I want everyone to know. So if you're going to join, you're going to participate in, fundamentally 3 things. First of all, we're pushing towards a deep desert PvP. Like that's one of our main objectives as a guild. I'm sure as with most to many other guilds on the server. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be a PvP master. And maybe PvP is not your thing, but at least supporting the effort in whatever way, because that's going to be an operation, you know what I mean? Just to get the carriers out there, just to get the harvesters out there. So you don't necessarily have to be a fighter. If you're like, I'm not really a PvP person, there's definitely space for like logistics and operations. So we really want everybody, if you're going to be in the guild, taking up one of these 32 slots, and taking up is like a bad word or weird way to say it. But if you're going to take a spot, we really want you to engage as we push toward deep desert PvP and exploration. Some of our guild is already out there, kind of like learning the ropes for us. So when we do these big ops, we'll be up to speed on that. So that's the one thing. The second thing is we want Dustveil, our guild, to be active in the Landsgrad. So if you press O and you look at the social tab O and you go to the right, there's the Landsgrad. Now, I think we're getting a good handle on what the Landsgrad's all about, because it was confusing at first. but we really want to get involved with that. And if you kind of look through the different objectives for the Landsrat, you're going to see that there's quite a bit of production that's going to have to be implemented. So some of the guild members that we're meeting tomorrow about Guild HQ probably is going to be more of a factory so that we can participate in the Landsgrad, so we can yield our political influence, get those rewards. And there's some sweet rewards, so it seems like it's worth it to get into it. Because when you look at that stuff, you're like, man, I need that stuff. And maybe you do, fair enough. But we also want to help the Landsrad. House Atreides is what we have pledged to. So we'll figure out what Landsrad means more, and you'll see in like the guild objectives or in the guild updates and announcements what we're pushing for, what we're focusing on. So I think it resets each week. So each week we'll have an objective for Dustveil. Hey guys, let's focus on House, X. They're doing this. Let's produce this, and then the guild HQ, trying to participate. Now, this isn't meant to be like hardcore, like a hardcore guild, but I don't know that we're like casual either, like do whatever you want. It's like a mix, like do whatever you want, have fun, do your thing. But when you see the guild like gearing up for something, participate in it, just contribute. Contribution is important. So it's just kind of a balance. Have fun, do your thing. Also, the guild is doing X. Let's jump right in. If you're like never doing guild stuff, well then, maybe kindly release your spot for someone who's going to jump into the Landsrad, Deep Desert PvP, whether they're a fighter or logistics, that type of thing. Third thing, as crazy as it sounds, the first thing was the Deep Desert. Second thing is Landsrad. Third thing, as crazy as it sounds, is community service. So probably like once a week, or who knows. We haven't set up a schedule for all of this, the Landsrad, the PvP. But once a week, we're going to go on like water patrol. We're going to go take our bikes, motorcycle gang style, go down to the Haga Basin South, right around, and hand out water, leader johns, whatever we need to do, just to provide water for those coming in. If we have extra gear that we're about to throw away, maybe we'll bring that. Maybe we'll see somebody, maybe we won't, but we just want to kind of do that community service. We also have a water relief station in Haga Basin South for people who are coming in and might need some water. So we'll go make sure that's stocked up when we can. The expectation for that is not to bring your own water, because I know like we need to keep our own water. But when it's time to do that, maybe just a group of us will run down there, kill the enemies, take their blood, and just go fill the blood purifier, and that's good enough. It's not meant to be a hardcore thing that we're giving tons of our water to every day. But if you're down there, kill a few enemies, fill up the blood purifier, and I think that's a good that satisfies that a community service. So let's see. I'm looking at my notes here. The guild's almost full. We're at 32. We really want these 32 in Dustveil to be active in these things that I've talked about. Deep Desert PvP, Landsrad, definitely being involved in the Landsrad, and the community service stuff. And if that's not your thing, then that's fine. There's no harm, no foul. The guild just might not be for you. What if the guild fills up? Then we're also talking about creating Dustveil 2, or whatever we're going to call it. Maybe branching out to a second guild. I'd rather at the moment focus on this one and see because I can see like 4 or 5 that might not even play anymore. They just kind of dip their toe in, and I don't know if they're going to continue or not. So let's just keep a tight 32. And if we have a tight 32 that's fairly active, and that spills over, then yeah, definitely let's start thinking about Dustveil 2, or whatever we're going to call it. And because I really want to get on the leaderboards of the Landsrat. That's like one of my objectives.
So
we do have
that
people that are
easiest way
not.
is to-
Oh, give me
the
one
easiest way
second, real
to
quick.
do that, DJ, is to control certain areas.
Wait, say it one more time.
Can you just control certain areas to get on the Landsrat?
Control. I think control is part of it.
There's
Like a
control
deep.
points in the deep desert.
Yeah, in the deep desert.
We can get into that, figure it out more later.
But that's like, that's going to be guild, or is that house? That's more of like a house thing, like House Atreides, than say Dustveil.
I bet you that if we had like 16 players controlling 2 different Landsrat or 2 different areas, we'd make the board pretty easy.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Let's
I'm sorry to
see.
interrupt you.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so yeah, that's a possibility. Well, that's more of a plan B for Dustveil 2, but it seems like we're heading in that direction because so we're going to have to take some time to just create a little structure. And the structure isn't meant to be, again, hardcore or power trippy. It's none of that. It's just, I've done this in big and small ways over the years. And anytime you get more than like 4 or 5 people, you need to start organizing, having some guidelines, bylaws, and some basic rules that people can expect. Because once you have like 30 of us, we just need a little bit of organization. It's not meant to kill your, the way you play the game. It's just meant to keep the guild orderly. And some people have already told me, hey, I'm moving this week. So there are, if you say, wait, this guy isn't active in the guild. No, there's people like DMing me and say, hey, I really want to be in the guild. I'm participating, but I'm like moving this week. So you might not see me for another week. But so that is it for my notes that I have. Let's take some questions and comments. Before we do that, to my left is Coyote. Like I mentioned before, he's the first officer of Dustveil, and we're going to add some more officers soon once we figure out the system and structure. We wanted to wait and see how the game played out before we kind of built all the systems and structures and guides, and I think we have a good handle of what the game is now, what we're going to do. So we're going to start creating those system and structures. I'll be the guild leader. Coyote is the first officer, and we'll also add some officers just to help keep the guild organized. There might be like divisions, like logistics. There might be like a military division, a logistics division. People that kind of like, I'm not PvP. I'd rather do logistics. Get you into a squad, a division. I'm PvP hardcore. All right, we'll get you in the assault team. Whatever we got to do. And so with that said, I don't know, Cody, if you have anything, but before we take some Q&A, if you have ideas, swing them my way. Submit a ticket. It's probably the best that I don't lose it in a DM. Sometimes DMs get buried. I know a ticket seems really formal, but I won't lose a ticket. I'll always see it. So that's why I'm like, hey, I got an idea. If you put it in like a really idea that needs to be followed up with, in the general chat, it's going to get buried. I'll try to remember it, but if it's like, man, I want this idea heard, put it in a ticket. You can also put it in general chat, maybe put them both, to be honest. So the community can see your idea, and then if you put a ticket for me, I can see your idea. But yeah, feel free to give input. Again, this isn't a power trip hardcore thing. This is just, hey, this is the direction I think we should go. I think it's going to be a lot of fun if we do X. But also, if like as a group we do Y, want to do Y, then let's do that. There'll be a lot of guild voting coming up, especially as the lands rad develops. So we'll meet here to vote for whatever needs to be voted for. For example, if we go to the lands rad now, the decrees are exclusive vehicle import rights, exclusive armor import rights, or ranged weapon damage. So we can vote on the decree if we have enough votes. And it looks like you guys have been doing stuff because our voting power was at 0. Now our voting power is at 58. And I don't know what that means. But we have voting power.
Harkonnen's doing anything from what I've seen.
Yeah.
I hadn't really seen anybody Harkonnen out and about.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think it's just a measure of our contribution.
All right, Coyote, then some Q&A. Coyote, any questions or comments?
No, I'll just say, when it comes to voting or aligning ourselves to a certain house and carrying out their missions, and all that, kind of want input from as many people as possible, because obviously being different parts of the game and being in having different capabilities, we kind of want to get everyone in tune to be able to contribute, and that might mean some people collecting bits and some people doing the manufacturing and delivering of bits. So it doesn't matter where you are in the game, there'll still be a chance for you to contribute towards the aim. So I don't think just because you're a bit far behind, you're not being able to do anything. Like, resources are going to need to be gathered, people are going to be able to manufacture it. The whole point of it is a bit of teamwork, so we need input from where everyone can assist, and those that are going to be doing the kind of end result parts and delivering the bits, how best it's going to work for them as well. They're going to be like the outputter. So yeah,
Yeah, no,
contribute where you can.
yeah, that's a great point. Even if you're beginning, maybe you'll mine someone's buggy because we need a bunch of X material, right? So, just jump in as you can when you can, and yeah, well, definitely for those of you that are further ahead, because I've been taking my sweet time, smelling the roses. We're gonna definitely lead on you. Get your input, like Kaidi was saying, for the Lands Rad. Like once it resets here in the next day, to look through all those cards and say, hey, this is something we can do at this point with the guild. Like hopefully, a couple weeks from now, we'll all be kind of up there and we can manufacture anything. But I feel like we're going to rely on those who are a bit ahead to say, hey, this is something the guild can focus on, and then let's go ham on that. Let's try to figure that out.
Weather alert.
Are you dehydrated, Mopar? Mopar, are you okay?
Sandstorm, so anybody have vehicles outside come in.
Oh. Does anybody, what kind of vehicles do we have
good.
outside?
I'm sorry, guys. I was all muted and I had
There's water right here. Should be set to guild.
Alright, let me get out of my...
Yeah, it's set to guild. You're in the guild, right?
What on stuff? Who was
I don't
mentioning
think
something
so.
about squads?
I don't think but is there someone I can send a message to? I was part of a clan years ago, and they had it was kind of a rigid structure, but it worked very well for what they did. It was a 1,200 member clan through multiple games. So if you could look at it in a certain way, you could look at it as instead of being multiple games, but multiple divisions within our guild, kind of.
Yeah.
Within that you had ranks coming down from
Sector weather
executive
alert.
officer,
A large
commanding officer,
sandstorm
all
is
the way down to
approaching.
recruit. And recruit was like a
Sandstorm here.
probationary period for the people like touching their feet within the clan.
Yeah, send me a ticket. Submit a ticket because I want to see that information. Sandstorm's coming. Everybody take cover.
I'm in the building. Can somebody give me access to this or give me in the guild? I have no access.
I send you a guild invite.
Alright, let me check this.
Looks like you're about to.
Has anyone received any kind of the rewards you get from contributing to these houses?
So I think it's only at the end of the Lands Rad do you get it, depending on what your on how many points you get in each section, is from what I understand. But
I'm not sure.
when you
Go
ahead.
So I was saying, I was thinking because the last one I did, I'm not sure if anyone did. They kind of you had to hunt scavengers or whatever it was. But there's a message popping up and when you hit, you had to go to the quartermaster and receive your reward. So I'm not sure if one person can collect it for the house or whether it just automatically populates at the end after the refresh. I'm not sure yet. I'm just wondering if anyone else has had
Yeah.
After this meeting, I'll go hit up the quartermaster. I've been doing just about most of the Lands Rad items. I've done at least one thing to help get points to contribute in. So
That's probably so I was thinking when we got rewards, obviously, because I'm looking at one, and you could get armor swatches, you can get Mark 6 Dew Reapers, you can get different carbide blade parts and money, Solari. So I'm just thinking how, if it goes to one person or whether it goes to everyone in the guild, or whether it goes, or it's shared amongst, or it's just one. Whether that needs like divvying up between us, or just held centrally in like Guild HQ, for example, and dipped into when we need it. It's not anything to be like stringent about, but it's just
individual. I mean, I don't know. By the way, I'm just.
No, I think the looks of it's house. Well, that's right. It's guild rewards. So.
So it might actually be. All right.
So
we'll
whether
have to
like,
divvy it
for
up,
example, if one of them says, for 700 contribution points, you get 10,000 Solari. Does that go to the person who redeems it? Does it go to?
the guild leader.
Is it 10,000 for the guild? Is it 10,000 for people in the guild? So I don't know.
Personal contribution
It's,
0.
it's probably guild wide. If it's a guild like thing you have to do together.
If it is, then we need to think about a centralized kind of point where we can hold that stuff that we've earned.
Well, no. I think
for use for everybody.
I'd expect it to be like per person. Each person would get the reward, but it's not that much that they're offering us. It's just like a good like treasure chest of stuff. Because what's the money they're giving us? 10,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of them's 10,000. Yeah, for the minimum.
Yeah, I would think that'd be the whole everybody. I would think. But if not, then we're having a guild build meeting tomorrow for HQ. If not, then we'll definitely need like a warehouse storage or whatever, armory. So yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like
the
I'm
case,
looking at one. I'm looking at one right now, and one of the rewards is 50 advanced machinery. I don't think that's. Yeah, I think it's going to be each person. I think each person is going to get these rewards. So I'm looking at all of them.
So in fact, I'm looking at it now. I'm not sure that's actually guild wide. Is that so? Your personal contribution, you get what you contributed towards. So even though we're contributing towards as a guild, the rewards are individual based. So you individually have to do 700 points worth to get that reward.
I think so. I think that's like how it works. You have to contribute to get the rewards.
Yeah. So it's not guild run. So the guild can do loads, and we could single-handedly like take that contract. However,
Here, look.
An individual will have to do so many. They get so many points to actually get any reward out of it.
DJ, if you want to look at my stream real quick, I can kind of show you what we're talking about here.
Streaming might kill my stream.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
But if you talk me through, I'm in the lands right now.
All right, so like, where's the one that's to off the Karab? All right, so the middle one on the top row, right?
House Wallach.
Yeah, House Wallach. Well, yeah, the name's gone for me. So look at the bottom; it'll say your personal contribution there.
Yeah.
And if that number meets any of those goals, then I think you get that item.
I see. So I have a personal contribution of 253, but if I have to hit 700 contribution to get 10,000 slaughter.
Yeah, and it says that per kill is 23 points.
Got it.
So that's how it's calculated.
Or if you go out and hold the House Wallet control point, you get 10 points per minute if you take it.
Okay.
That's season.
DJ,
which control?
That message with the. Oh, I apologize.
Oh yeah, no worries. Which control point? It doesn't even say.
It's it'll be the House Wallet control point in the deep desert. When you
okay.
go to the control points, they're all house based.
Okay.
So like I went out this morning and I got one. I forget which one it was. It was one of these. I have a bunch of points because I went way out deep into the desert. I think it's this one, the House Canola. Yeah, because I didn't deliver any carbide scraps. Like I delivered like maybe 5, and you only get 31 points per scrap. But I have 1,085 contribution points because I'm pretty sure I went and got that House Canola.
So it made it sound like.
Point
sorry.
this morning.
Go ahead. Didn't mean to talk over.
Yeah, because when I got to that point this morning, it was a Harkonnen point, and I took it, and I mean I don't know how long it was there, but until somebody took it back. But yeah.
So in I guess the video I saw before launch, it seemed like there was guild deliveries, but this is still based on individual deliveries, right?
Yeah, and the guild deliveries is the other stuff. So like these exclusive vehicle import rights are like black market vehicles that like we wouldn't normally be able to get, and I'm pretty sure they're just skins, but and stuff like that.
So
that's that's the voting, that's the decree, right?
Oh yeah, and I think that's when we get those like guild deliveries though, like once the voting's all done.
Okay. So these are all individual deliveries.
Yeah. So if you want any of the rewards from this, then you're gonna have to individually deliver. Whatever. If it's a kill one, then someone's gonna have to go out and kill them. If it's like a delivery of some sort, then that person's gonna have to make the delivery.
Themselves,
so
right?
if we want to, it depends how we want to work it, because obviously we're going to have different people contribute, but then it's going to be the person that delivers it is going to get the rewards. So we might want to try and like cycle it round so everyone gets some points.
Yeah, that's a good
Maybe.
point. I still think we should manufacture together because then we can synergize resources. Like if we're trying to do Thorvald, which is insulated fabric, like if we already have the production line for that, we can all just contribute and then split it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can all contribute to it. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the point of delivering, then we're gonna have to like, so whoever's making the final product, if it's like a
Yeah.
delivery one, then that person's gonna have to give it to someone else so they can get they can make the delivery
Yeah,
and get the
it's the
points.
person handing it in that gets the
Right.
the points.
So we'll have to
Actual person carrying it all.
Yeah, we'll have to eyeball that because we don't want someone joining the guild tomorrow then delivering 50 guns and we're like, thanks guys. You know what I mean? So we'll have to keep on who's contributing to what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, eventually it won't be a problem when everyone
I
catches
think-
up to the end point.
I
But
think
in the meantime, if you've got like people that are still fairly new to the game and want to get some extra bits, maybe could do with like 10,000 Solari, then we can give them 700 points worth, and they can go and make that delivery.
What were you saying, sir?
Or we can do it. We could do it contribution based.
if we have like a logistics officer, they could like keep tracking notes, who's delivering what, and people would report to that officer of what they're delivering.
I see. Yeah, because we definitely want to like get in on these rewards and the voting and even at the end of the day, like, hey, deliver that, even though I harvested it, because I want our house to capture this Landsgrad token, whatever. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we want to be these things claimed. So ideally,
Right.
we have, like you said, a logistics officer kind of directing, the contribution percentage, but also this is get it captured or claimed so that we can do the decrees, but it's so this one sounds like it'll be in flux. We'll kind of we'll fine tune it and dial it in along the way exactly how it's going to do. But that's in my mind, unless you guys see otherwise, like HQ is going to be at the production facilities to support our Landsrat efforts. I mean, you can do it on your own too, but I just thought if we synergize, we'll be able to really get production rolling. Even so much so that once one person gets all the way through house rewards, maybe someone else can do that too, and really get these rewards going.
This is interesting because it's actually part of the stuff I want to talk to y'all about, Coyote and DJ. Tomorrow.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey, DJ, I sent you a message on that structure thing. I don't know how to submit a ticket, to be quite honest, but I did send you a copy paste of it.
All right, sounds good. I'll check it out.
Appreciate it. Also, I need to ride back to my base. I forgot to set a respawn point like a jackass, and now I gotta go do stuff. IRL.
All right.
Any final Q's and A's before we wrap?
For
Questions,
community
questions or
service-
comments, one at a time. Did I hear Lady talk?
Yeah, for the community services, there going to be like a centralized area that we could do storage to build the stuff for the community service? And where would
So-
that be held at?
Yeah, the relief center has storage in the back. So there's like a guild area in the back of the relief center. So if you have like extra, low level gear you want to give someone, you can throw that in that back area. But the relief
the
center is
water
mainly water, so just throw in some blood. You don't have to give everyone water, but maybe kill a few enemies and throw the blood in there.
So that's open to anybody that's in the guild to be able to refill that blood station?
Correct. Yep.
It should be.
Yeah, that back section is all guild. The front is public. I heard someone else had a question or comment.
Yeah, that would be me.
Who's me?
So if we're not, Stargazer.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go.
So
I'm
if
all
we're
good.
not really good at, intel or combat,
Appreciate it,
could we
No problem.
do something like supply, like in resources and all that?
Yeah, because not all of us are PvP. Like some of us are really good at it, and some of us stink at it, right? And so we're gonna figure out like at least 2 divisions, probably more. But maybe like a military division and then like a logistics division. And so the logistics would be like support, mining, gathering, harvesting, farming, whatever needs to be done. So, and then that might even break down into a squad or 2. But absolutely, yeah, you don't have to be like PvP priority.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Ride?
We're also nearing due time, just a heads up.
Oh, do.
Do we have building permissions in the water station? So if we run out of storage, we can build more storage?
I
It's actually
don't
giving me
think
optimal
so,
now.
because I think we have to make a
That-
co-owner.
Yeah, that I don't think so.
But there's quite a bit back there. If there's something that's needed, Serpoo's or me or whoever
Yeah.
can run back there, get it fixed.
If there's a need for anything, stick it in the June chat, and then we can make a note of it.
Oh, the other
So
thing
we
I
can-
forgot was one thing that's important is when new people come in that we go back and help them, which I think we have been doing, by the way. So thank you for doing that. Also, speak up if you need help, if you're confused, if there's a dungeon. A lot of guys are pretty far, so they can definitely answer your questions.
I'm
but-
still in the East of Vermilion Gap, so I can help a lot of the newer people if they need anything. So I'm gonna be here for a while.
We can sort out some guild events where we can go around farming some stuff that people need and gathering resources to help each other out, take out some dungeons, whatever.
Yeah.
So
sounds good.
I've got another question.
Yeah.
What is the fastest way to level up?
Doing things.
Well, it's probably a Sir Pooh Zaiku question. I've been taking my time, so I haven't even
So
done really power
if
leveling.
you want to level up fast, it's kind of like a self-feeding cycle. Like what I ended up doing is this: my first goal was to get a buggy, which all the mining and all the parts I needed led me to have to go run through those science stations over and over and over again, and mining materials over and over and over again. So, because pretty much everything gets you XP. So, going through those science stations and going out and doing things like that and battling and killing the enemies and stuff like that, leveled me up really fast. I'm a stupidly high level. Honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed that I've just been just playing this game that much, but it's good because then I have all the things. If anybody needs anything, there's a whole base at the anvil that's completely guild open. Every storage container, every water container. There's all there's the clothing, the garment replicator or whatever it is, the garment fabricator, the weapon fabricator, a vehicle fabricator, a survival fabricator. It's all set to guild. You just need to bring your own supplies, so you don't need to waste your supplies building those items. Now, if you want to build them to have them closer to home or whatever, that's fine. But eventually I'm going to add everybody as an associate to that sub thief, so that way it'll be marked on everybody's map. And I'll give it a name, so when you hover over the icon, it's not just going to say sub thief 3 or whatever. It'll have a name, so you'll know where it's at, and I'll name it like guild manufacturing or something. That's obviously not going to be confused with the actual Landstrat manufacturing stuff. So
Like Dustveil warehouse or something.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Just be aware once we start giving out associates to buildings, we'll be getting taxed on it as well.
Oh
believe
yeah.
I don't think
Coyote.
I don't
Did you
think
pay yours?
associate gets taxed very much because I'm
Is it
associate on
associate?
quite a few buildings.
Or is it
Co-owner.
co-owners?
I think co-owners get taxed.
Co-owners get taxed.
Is
Is that the
there any
one?
way to take
Does that
yourself
give you build
off of that?
permissions? Co-owner.
I think if you're a co-owner, you might be able to give up your own permissions, maybe. But if not, you got to get with the person that's the owner and have them drop you down a level to associate.
Someone is herbal.
Yeah, good. And someone's had.
Hot mic.
I thought someone had to say something.
Coyote,
right,
did you
if
pay your
there's-
taxes?
No, not yet.
If there's no other questions or comments, anybody else?
Where do we go to pay taxes?
You go to Arakeen. I can tell you all about it, like after this.
Okay.
I got one more thing.
Eric
So if we're doing some RP stuff here, I'd like to set up a little decorum thing. Whenever we end the guild meeting, if we can, either line up somewhere or something in front of DJ and Coyote and give them the Atreides salute. That way we can end this on an honorable ending as House
I don't have
Atreides.
Not everybody has the Atreides salute. It's only if
Yeah,
you
you
selected Caladan as your home planet.
Oh,
sure?
really?
Yeah, I don't have the Atreides salute.
Yeah, and I'm also not
Oh, really?
at the. I had to step away. I'm on my phone.
I thought that was because we aligned.
Yeah, I thought it was
No,
because we
I don't
aligned
have-
tue.
Yeah, that'd been amazing.
I thought I did it.
Well, let's definitely get a picture here. Like when we all line up, line
I'll
up
get
here.
back
Let's
in my chair then.
one over here.
Yeah, not bad.
Actually, I have
can't
to-
line up my.
I have to
I'm
be on
a
the,
step away
far
from my
end.
computer.
So I'll be on the far end, and let's face.
I have to come back.
There we
Hang
go.
on.
Actually, I might just take
I
it
know,
in
we're
front of you.
gonna
There's
do
no
extra
good.
stuff.
Yeah, just all line up in front of me. I'll take a picture this way. There's no good photo mode. All right, there you go. There you go. Someone with the grubs on my left. Very good. And who's back over there? Come up to the front.
Me.
Sasquatch can't. He's not at the
Yeah.
computer right now. He's in the Discord on his phone. He said.
Oh, gotcha. No, there's someone here that wasn't. Okay, here we go. All right, everyone, stand still for me. Hold on, let me do one of these. There we go, and got it.
Good.
Sweet.
If you got
Thank
the
you,
House
everybody.
Atreides, send it.
Thank you, everybody. You're dismissed. Go.
Go first.
Right on, guys. We made history.
Go and conquer.
I'm taking this stuff.
Oh, who needs a ride home?
Wesper does. You're on the roof.
All right. Yeah, I'm on the roof. All right, hold on. Let me give you permissions.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Meeting adjourned. Meeting adjourned.
Oh.
I wish there was a way to set that to like guild level access permissions on vehicles and stuff. I mean,
Where's your house at, Casper?
Next to mine on the hill, if I remember if it's the right person.
Casper?
Yes.
Where's your house at?
It's